John Mullis, I'm from Foster's. On number 10 on y'all's ordinance, y'all say, when a person in violation is determined to be financially unable to pay the fine, the commission shall levy a lien on the unpaid fines and the fees, which shall be then a lien upon the property. You're specifically targeting people who have been laid off in this crazy economy we've got now. You are specifically targeting the poor blacks and the poor whites, the handicapped, the disabled, and the mentally impaired. You're depriving them of their homes. You're depriving them of being able to go out into their gardens and growing their vegetables and all, because they may have an unoperable vehicle sitting in their property, and y'all just levy these fines on them, and y'all are targeting. Y'all say you're good Christians up there. Would Christ go out and levy fines against people's properties? Will he try to harm them in any way, or will he say, hey, congregation, this person has a problem. Let's go out there and help them. Mr. Youngblood, you said you're a fine preaching man, and you too, Mr. Murray. Why do we listen to the hypocrisy that's going on? How can you face your congregations in your eyes and say, I'm an example, when all you're doing is destroying people and people with children that may be handicapped, and you're throwing them out there on the streets for the wolves to get? I don't understand y'all's philosophy. I don't understand your mindset, and I don't understand the organizations that y'all worship and beg our tax monies for to go to Reno, Nevada, and decide all this. How in the world can you just look at yourself in the eyes? How can you look at your children and say, tomorrow these grandchildren of mine may not be as financially secure as I am today, and the code enforcement officer takes your grandchildren's property away from them? Can you look at your grandchildren in the eyes and say, I set this up to destroy you? Thank you.
Well, he called my name. He called me out.
Yes, sir. I called your name, and you called my name several meetings ago.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
John, let me tell you this, buddy. The state legislature asked us if we would be willing for this to go on the ballot. And I don't know who informs the newcomers that's not been involved with it, but the people that's in town had no right to vote on whether or not the commission was allowed to make this ordinance. Now, I got to vote because I live in the county, and you haven't been any further in the county than I have lived. I live pretty close to town now. But I know what country's like, and I'm not in favor of going out and taking away people's right to do things or have junk.
you just did.
But I can tell you this, we've got a problem in the unincorporated area in our county that needs something done about it. And John, let me talk me out. My relationship to the Lord Jesus Christ means more to me than anything else. And listen, you never heard me say I'm a good preacher and I'm this, that, and the other. I'm saved by the grace of God. You know, I wouldn't take, and the money that was paid for me to take that trip to Reno, as we take every year, it cost me at least $4,000 to take off from work to go there. I went because I think that our county has been participating in this for years, and we learn things, and our county is on solid ground because we learned how to be able to get grants and do things that needs to be done. And our county is not left behind. And our county has low taxes. And our county has good government. And I can tell you, I don't have any trouble looking myself in the mirror. I come out of the bed at 3:30 in the morning, and I work my backside off till about 5, and then I do what I've got to do with this work and my work at the church. And I don't have to back up to anybody to take it. And you know, whether Mr. Cruz votes for me again, I love his family and I appreciate him. I won't be on the ballot anymore. Ain't got nothing to do with him. But I know that I'm on the you got everybody here in the county that's against us.
Oh, no.
Hey,
No, there's a lot more out there.
people in each district. And they don't need people that don't have good ideas holding public meetings and telling people a pack of bull and getting them all riled up. Now, if this county...
Can I address that since you called me out, Mr. Gary?
I didn't call you that.
Yes, you did. You had holding meetings and a bunch of bull. You called me a lot right here at one meeting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But the people voted. Hey,
They didn't know what they was voting on. They voted on the line.
Oh, that was a misleading ballot announcement.
We didn't campaign for none of that crap. I don't need no more bull to listen to.
ladies and gentlemen,
I got plenty of garbage and trash and stuff that I've held on to. I know that I'm gonna have to do better. But I can tell you this, you don't have to live, if you live in Houghton, Cottondale, somebody got a junkyard in their front yard, that's a problem.
I was certainly hoping that they would remain civil and not be argumentative and not get personal. But obviously, we haven't done that because no one was respecting my gavel to call folks down. But